joining me today on Ladies, Leadership and Logistics. Please tell us more about you and your journey.
Hi, Awisha. Thank you for much for evening me. I am excited to share my journey, and I really love the energy of the series. They really make this space perfect to talk openly and spirit others.
Truth. Thank you
And
so much. Yes. Please tell us.
uh-huh. I've been working in procurement and supply chain for over 25 years and across industries for manufacturing to e-commerce. My journey has always been about transforming purchasing from a transactions function into a strategic driver of value. In Brazil, where business culture often prioritizes quick results, I've learned to balance cost reduction with long-term supplier relationships and process improvements. This mix of resilience, adaptability, and strategy has shaped who I am today.
Wow, that's actually a lot of things. And 25 years, it's a very long time. I'm sure that
Yes,
me and listening to it is gonna enjoy it so much. And I would also like to add that each and every person watching this should know that Daniela is not a native English speaker, but she took it upon herself as a challenge. And she really wanted to let everyone know about the sector and spread the knowledge and insights that she has. So, firstly, thank you so much for taking it up, and we are so happy that you're with us today.
yes.
So, to the first question, how would you describe yourself today? How do you feel today?
And describe though one sentence, and for example, and a strategic and resilient procurement leader who transforms challenges into opportunities for sustainable growth.
Well, that's a very apt and perfectly put answer. So I'm really glad to know that. You have built an impressive career that blends leadership, sustainability, and cross-sector collaboration. How did your career journey lead you to your current role? And what pivotal moments shaped your leadership style?
Yes, my leadership style was shaped by building procurement areas from scratch, often in companies without too much structure. And my company, where sustainable has a strong and strategic vision, I learned that leadership is also about connecting people.
Wow. Okay.
Um, yes, and continuing behind a woman in Brazil in
Yeah.
a sector as a male dominated as logistics also shaped me, and I had to prove my competence many times. And as mother, balancing the triple journey of career, home, and family taught my resilience and prioritization. These challenges are culture, and while they are still present, I've been overcoming them step by step, which made me see leadership not as control, but as trust, empathy, and collaboration.
Well, Daniela, thank you so much for teaching us that one of the most important things that you said is empathy and collaboration. And you are actually the prime example of resilience yourself by proving, by joining me here today, that not even the language barrier could stop you from growing in the sector and being there for the sector. So thank you for letting us know about it and the values that you believe in. So, working at the intersection of sustainability and business often involves influencing diverse stakeholders. So, how did you balance environmental goals with commercial priorities in high pressure decision making?
In procurement, every decision involves cost, quality, and new impact. At my company, sustainability not is a side topic, it's strategic to add value. And we focus not only on numbers, but also on people. Ensuring relationships between areas are strong in Brazil, where culture pressures of focuses on line prices. My role has been to show stakeholders that environment goals and commercial results are not opposites. They can strengthen team order.
Mhm. Wow, that is actually a very great point. And I think the faster the stakeholders and companies realize that they go hand in hand rather than oppositions, the easier it is to even implement it and put it into action. So that's actually and but at the same time, it's a very high level task to be able to do that. And I believe 25 years of being able to do this, it's a big achievement in itself. Many young professionals want to work in sustainability, but we struggle to find a clear entry point. So, what skills and experience do you believe are essential for building a career in this field today?
Yes, adaptability, data analysis, and negotiation are key. But in companies like mine, where sustainability has a strategic vision, success also depends on focusing on people and building a strong relationship between areas. In Brazil, where logistics and supply chain are still very male dominated, women face an additional challenge of breaking barriers. These barriers are cultural, and while progress is behind made, they still exist. That's why I believe in cultural intelligence and resilience are just important as technical knowledge.
Wow, thank you, Daniela. And as you said, it is so true. Like, I believe that Brazil definitely, as you said, it is hard, but even like the sector itself is related to being male dominated. So, and as a woman, you said that the priorities we have as women, we have to focus on different sides, not just the career, it's also the family aspect, the societal aspect. So, managing all of that in itself becomes a task and is so, so important. And you have led initiatives that go beyond compliance. You aim for genuine positive impact. So, could you share an example of the project where your team exceeded the expectations and the lessons you drew from it?
Yes. In one project, why reside the supplier contracts, not only for cost reduction, but to include the innovation and in process improvements. The result was double financial saving and a stronger supplier partnership. That's a general solution behind the initial scope. That lesson, when you raise the bar, people often is excited it.
Mhm. Wow, that is so true. Like, and the example that you gave is actually awesome. And the fact that sustainability is a very different sector, it requires both vision and persistence. So, how do you keep the team motivated when the impact of the work might not be immediately visible?
And I connect daily tasks to a bigger purpose. At my company, sustainability is strategic, and in showing teams how their impact work is impacted. Both environment goals and the commercial priorities keeps them engaged. I also understand motivation in a personal way. As a mother with a triple journey, I know how connection and flexibility matter. Creating an environment where collaboration between areas is valued and the
Mm-hmm.
people feel respect and make it teams naturally more motivated. And
Mm-hmm.
even though cultural challenges around reconnecting are still present in Brazil, I've been working to overcome them step by step.
Wow, that is so awesome. And the way you said that respect matters the most, and being able to understand, make your team understand that the long-term goal is the main idea. And as you said, sustainability is a sector which will actually need a lot of work to be performed till we reach that long-term goal. So, firstly, keeping a team motivated in a sector where you are aware that quick returns are not possible is a big, big task. And you have succeeded in that beautifully. So, congratulations on that one. The supply chain sector is under increasing scrutiny for its environmental footprint. So, what trends or innovation excites you the most in making global supply chain more sustainable?
I excited about digitalization, AI, analytics, and the supplier traceability. But technology alone is not enough. In my company, sustainability is strategic. We see that the real impact comes when people work together across function. Collaboration between areas turn innovation into real results, and that is especially powerful in complex supply chains and like those in Brazil. Um, IK challenge is the going shift from informal relationship-based decisions to structured, standardized, and data-driven process that enhance transparency and performance. These practices are culture, and while we have been overcoming them step by step,
Mm-hmm.
they are still part of the really we are transforming. That's why I see technology and collaboration as game changers.
Wow, that is so true. And the way, like proper example of technological innovation is AI. We are seeing how much it's impacting. And I hope that the people like me who are gonna enter the sector soon, we are able to use it to our advantage to make the supply chain sector better place for each and every one to exist, and even for the environment to gain more from it. And if you could give your 25-year-old self one piece of career advice, knowing what you know now, what would that be?
Be bold and trust your voice. In
Mhm.
Brazil, logistics is still a very male-dominating environment, and as women, we are often underestimated. Don't let the cultural barriers, hierarchy, or the challenge of balancing motherhood with care make you double your place. These barriers are cultural, and while they are still present, if learned to overcome and step by step,
Mhm.
your perspective has value, and the sooner you believe that, the stronger your journey will be.
True. Thank you, Daniela. That is indeed something which each and every one of us had to know and understand. The way you said, I feel the most important lesson is this sector is not going to be easy because it's already faced with the biggest barrier that it's a male dominated side. But people like you and many other successful women are proving that it's not impossible to even succeed here. But your favorite idea and principle of resilience is gonna make it possible. So thank you for letting each and every one of us learn. Outside of work, what practices or habits keep you grounded and energized to tackle such complex global challenges?
I research through family moments, learning, and the self-care routine in a right precious environment, like procurement in Brazil, where you are always in negotiation, or firefighting. Having personal answers is essential. For me, therapy is also very important. Take care of mental health, keeps me balanced and prepared to face challenges while managing the triple journey of the career, motherhood, and in the home.
Thank you, Daniela. Firstly, emphasizing how important therapy is in itself is a very big thing. And the way you beautifully put it, that career, motherhood, and work, it's a task. You cannot do all of it smoothly all the time. So, thank you for addressing therapy as a very essential requirement to be grounded and energized in such a global aspect of life. Thank you for joining me today, especially when, again, taking the efforts to make this happen. Me telling you, approaching you, and you agreeing to it without even telling me first that it's not your language in itself is a very, very big achievement. Not everyone has the courage to agree to something which is not their native language because I can imagine how much effort you put in to make it happen. So I hope that not just me, but each and every person learning this learns from your resilience and your persistence and from the beautiful lessons that you taught us today. Thank you once again for joining me today.
Thank you for you because for opportunity is very important. Is other woman inclusive.
Thank you, Daniela. And believe me, I genuinely respect you a lot for joining me today. Because I personally, if someone came up to me going like, would you do a podcast, say in Dutch or French, which I don't speak at all, then I would probably back off, being like, I'm not sure. I'll probably stutter, not feel that confident. But you agreed to it. So I respect that a lot. And I hope everyone understands and respects that a lot and learns a lot from today's session because of the amount of efforts you put for us to learn from it.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. A great for you at the moment.
Thank you.